lie still.
Oh, what happened?
Never mind. It's over with.
Are you all right?
I'm fine.
There was a bunch of cops. And Scorpio, where's Scorpio?
What's the meaning of this?
There's a party going on here.
You can't come barging in here with the police like that.
The hell I can't.
Scorpio, this is private property. Where's your warrant?
I have reason to believe there's a murderer in this house. Now get out of my way and you guys follow me.
Just a minute.
No, come on, old man.
I can't. Please, leave me. Leave me here.
No, come on.
No, they can't.
There.
They can't see me.
No. Open up! I got a hurt man here. Open up! He's been shot. He's hurt bad. I think he's been shot. Watch out. Be careful. Okay. Lie down. Quick. All right, just a second. Everybody back. This is official police business. Now, let's clear a path.
Before you do anything, find out what the man wants.
That man has no right to come barging in here like that.
Excuse me. Please.
He's crazy. Get him on the couch.
Oh, just a minute. Put him down. Oh, easy. I got him. You got him, Rick.
What is it, Rick? What is it?
Ready, sir. He's been shot.
I'll call the ambulance. Excuse me. Excuse me. Listen up.
He weren't working a while ago.
Well, it is now. Who is he?
A man named Tolliver.
This is Dr. Hardy. Need an ambulance at number 66 Harborview Road. An alert OR. It's a gunshot victim. Police are already on the scene.
What is going on here, Commissioner?
No comment.
Who shot him?
The man was shot while attempting to flee the scene of a crime.
Well, did we get a name?
Crane Tolliver.
What did he do?
If he lives, he'll be arrested for murder.
Susan Moore's, I'll take it.
You'll get my press statement tomorrow.
Robert, is there anything we can do?
Yeah, look, you can help me clear this whole place out.
Right.
Excuse me, everybody. I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Right away, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got everything under control. Could you please
Get your hats and coats in the entryway. We'll appreciate it greatly. We need all the room in here we can get.
Look, I'm going to cancel my flight.
On whose authority?
Ian, this is it. After all the articles I have written on this murder, I want to see it through to the end.
Your orders are to go to Beirut.
And who is going to report this?
I still know how to write. Besides, Scorpio's not going to say anything significant until tomorrow. Look, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll send the tear sheets to Beirut, all right?
Are you sure this is how you want to handle this?
Yes, I'm sure. Now, will you get out of here?
know.
I don't want you to miss that plane. Excuse me, Mr. Shelton. I'm going to have to ask you to leave, too. We're going to need as much room as we can get. Yeah. All right. Listen, will you tell Scorpio when he decides to hold that press conference to call me, Brian?
I will.
Thank you.
Looks like the spleen.
Boy, it hit a rib. It can ricochet anywhere.
Oh, no, only X-ray.
On this case,
How long for the ambulance?
I'm afraid it's going to take a while. Flooding is still around the hospital. Power lines are down. It's a mess.
What about the rest of us?
Most of the problems are in the hospital area. The rest of you shouldn't have too much trouble if you stay on the surface streets.
You sure there's nothing we can do, Robert? Just leave and give us some room. Okay, we're out of here. Come on.
David, how is he?
Oh, it's bad from what I could see.
Maybe you better stay.
No, Rick, I talked to Rick. He said he and Monica could handle it.
Well, I'll get our coats, but who's going to drive? I came with Dan, and he has to stay.
I'll take you. There's room for everyone here in our rental car.
Good, we'll get our coats. Thank you.
Listen, I really think we're going to get you some...
When we leave, we live here.
I just think it would be easier for you tonight at a hotel.
Don't be silly. I actually find this cops and robbers stuff quite exciting. Feeling a little better?
Well, I will when I know what's going on. I don't understand why Scorpio was holding him.
I was holding him, Scotty. When you burst in here, none of us had any idea who you were. I was scared to death.
But that doesn't explain anything.
Scorpio was here arresting Tolliver, the real murderer.
Who's Tolliver?
He was the one who was blackmailing the Quartermains with Susan. And when he found out Susan wasn't really going after the money, but just wanted to expose the Quartermains, he killed her.
What was he doing in here with you?
It was a trap that Scorpio set up. You see, he knew that Tolliver was the real murderer, but he didn't have any way to prove it. Tolliver had a real good alibi, so Scorpio had to get a confession out of him.
Heather, that's not answering my question. I don't understand. What's going on? Why was he here?
Scorpio was using me as the decoy. He made it look like I was an eyewitness.
So then you were this mystery witness.
Yes, but Tolliver was the only one who knew. You see, Scorpio dropped hints here and there until Tolliver was positive it was me. The only thing that was left was to lure him in.
What? I can't believe that you would let Scorpio put you in that kind of danger.
Scotty, what choice did I have?
Heather, this guy could have killed you.
The policemen were in the bathroom recording the conversation the whole time. I knew if it got bad enough, they'd step in, and they did. Tolliver had a knife. I'm sure he intended to use it.
Heather.
Scotty, I had to do it.
No, Heather, it wasn't worth... Scorpio could have set up some other way to get Tolliver. He didn't have to use you. He didn't have to involve you in this whole mess.
I couldn't stand for you to be in jail a minute longer.
That's not worth getting yourself killed for.
Scorpio said he was going to make it real tough on me on the breaking and entering charge. And he said he was going to let you rot in jail if I didn't cooperate.
Yeah, but I got out, Heather. I got out on my own.
I know. A little early, I'm afraid.
I still don't understand what happened. I came in here. You were yelling. The lights went out. Somebody clubbed me on the back of the neck.
You can thank Scorpio for that.
Then there were some shots. Or was it just the thunder? I don't know. What was going on?
No, there were gunshots. Tolliver tried to escape during the confusion, and Scorpio shot at him.
Did he get away?
I don't know. They all ran out of here. Scorpio must have missed those since they didn't come back.
You could have been killed.
Scotty, it was all worth it to get you out of prison.
Why?
I love you. I'd do anything to protect you.
I know you said that before, right after Susan was murdered. I thought that you were protecting me. I mean, I didn't realize it.
It doesn't matter now.
Heather, it does. I'm sorry.
It's not important anymore. We both thought a lot of things then.
I know, but I'm not... We're gonna doubt you again, okay? I promise.
Get you some worries.
Heather?
You don't have to say anything more.
I wasn't.
Now, excuse me, folks, but when the ambulance arrives, I want lots of space to move.
Yeah, I think
Thank you all very much.
Well, of course you should.
But who's going to drive you?
I can give her a ride.
Oh, Les, it's so
Wonderful.
far out of your way.
It's okay, it won't take that long.
Les, it's still too far out of your way. We'll take her home.
We go right by the diner.
Well, I would appreciate it if you're sure it's not too much trouble.
Honey, we'd welcome the company.
Okay. Thanks anyway, Les.
Welcome.
I'll see you soon.
All right, take it easy driving.
Excuse me, Commissioner. Is it true what everybody's saying the man in there is Susan's murderer?
That's right.
You absolutely sure?
I've been sure for several days. Tonight I got the proof.
Well, yet you haven't let Scotty go.
I had to. He was all part of the plan, a plan which would have worked a whole lot better if he'd have stayed in jail instead of getting out on bail.
What's that all about?
You better talk to Scotty about that. He's at Susan's cottage with Heather. I imagine they're probably having quite a chat.
Does that man's condition in there have anything to do with Scotty and Heather?
Again, you'll have to talk to him about that. Excuse me, I'm probably needed in the next room.
Lee, do you think we should go over there?
Well, it's quicker to call, honey.
All right. While you do that, I'll get our coats up.
All right.
Hello?
Heather, it's Lee Baldwin. I understand I can find Scotty there, huh?
Yes, just a moment. Here, it's your attorney.
Thank you. Hello.
Yeah, hi, Scotty. Understand you had a little run-in with Scorpio.
Yeah, you might say that.
Yeah? You mind telling me what's going on?
Well, as best I can piece it together, Scorpio set up Heather as some kind of bait. and is now off chasing the murderer.
Oh, well, that chase is over. The wounded man and Scorpio are... Well, they arrived here at the Quartermains a little while ago.
Are they still there?
Yeah, they're in the living room. We're waiting for the ambulance.
Now, what do you know? This is something I'd like to see.
No chance now. Scorpio has ordered everybody out.
No, too bad I wasn't there to hear the order. We're on our way.
Hey, no, Scotty, I'm advising against that now.
Well, with all due respect, sir, this little turn of events has relieved me for the need of a lawyer. Or his advice.
Well, then, take some fatherly advice and stay away from here. You'll only get in more trouble.
Well, thanks for the warning. As for your help getting me out of jail, send the bill over when you get time to add it up. I'm sure all your visits to the cell, it's going to be quite a whopper. I'll talk to you later.
Here you go, Scotty.
I haven't got time for that.
Why, are we going somewhere?
Yeah. Put your galoshes on. We're going to go crash a party.
Crane, can you hear me?
Robert, stop that, please.
He might have relevant information.
He is not going to be saying anything for quite some time.
Pulse.
Weak.
Is he going to make it?
We'll do our best. Mark, give me a hand with this jacket.
Well, what did he say? Anything?
He's unconscious.
Good. That's in our favor.
Get back over there in case he starts talking.
No, I can't.
What do you mean? Why not?
I can't, Stuart. With everything I know about that man, with all that's happened, I cannot go over and treat him like a patient.
Look, one of us should be close in case he starts talking about the papers.
I have just told you he is very badly hurt. He is not going to be saying anything for quite a while.
Well, at least get close enough that you can search the pockets. Who knows? He might have the papers with him. We can't afford to be in any more involved than we already are.
This is ridiculous. You're asking me to go over that man, go through his pockets, treat him as a patient. That is not only illegal, it is unethical.
Wait. Now's our chance. Don't move a muscle. I'll handle this.
I'll take that.
This?
Yes, the coat. Police evidence.
Oh, yes, of course, Commissioner. I was just trying to be helpful.
Good, then please stay out of the way.
I don't mean to be rude, but you know, this is my house.
Which has been temporarily requisitioned at this point in time. Now, we'll give it back to you when we're finished. Oh, Jimmy Lee. 1 second.
Well, I was wondering how long it'd be before you got to me.
Did you say anything?
When?
When you found him. You couldn't have gotten him in here by yourself. He had to be conscious.
Just barely. He was too weak to say anything.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. He was hurt. He was real bad. He didn't say anything.
Where were you going?
I was just going to see if I had something I could dry off with.
Could you just hold on that a second? I'd like you to take one of my officers back to the spot that you found him and then retrace your steps. He may have dropped something.
Like what?
I'll know when I find it. Officer?
Yes, sir.
Could you take this gentleman back to the spot that he found the suspect and do a search of the area from there back to here? Do you reckon you can retrace your steps exactly?
Yeah, I don't think it'd be too much trouble.
Good, then you better go now before the rain gets too heavy.
Yes, sir.
Follow them.
Me?
Or would you rather I send Stella?
Father, it's raining out there.
Look, I don't care if it's snowing. I have to know if they find those papers. Now, grab your coat and get out of there. And don't let them see you, above all things.
My coat's upstairs. I'll get it and go.
Do you think you were a little rough on him?
Yeah, it's the only language that boy understands.
Look, honey, why don't you go on ahead? I'll catch a ride later, huh? Come on.
Lee, they're not even going to let Scotty in the door.
I don't care. Can't help it. I'm worried. You know how he is. He gets something in his head and he can't get it out till he gets in more trouble.
Well, that's his business. Look, we were told to leave, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And I think we should hurry before there's another downpour. After all, he's a grown man. He can take care of himself, darling.
All right.
I was right. The bar's closed.
What are we going to do about Jimmy Lee?
He'd probably be tied up with the cops half the night. We better get out and see if that truck's going to start. She's awful stubborn when it rains.
What about the ambulance?
It's on its way, Dan, but I'm afraid it's going to be a while before it gets here in this kind of weather.
Well, there's no need for us to stick around.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Monica and Rick seem to have things under control, and I'd sure like to get out of here before the next deluge.
I'll get your coat.
Thank you.
Oh, you're leaving too, Alan? Me? No. I'm just going out to check the road, see if they're flooded.
Would you like a drink?
Why, do I look like I need one?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes, you do.
Well, believe it or not, for this one moment, on this one evening, I want to remain stone cold sober.
Well, I could have Stella bring you some of her coffee, dear.
I said I wanted to be sober, not poisoned.
Oh, Lord, Edward, are you still complaining about that?
Well, it's just a habit. As a matter of fact, her coffee is improving lately. Instead of being lethal, it's just plain bad. Where is that boy?
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Edward, really, your son is not a boy any longer.
Well, of course he isn't. It just makes me feel younger to call him that.
Oh, what a ridiculous theory.
Did I ask for your opinion, Lila?
I didn't know I had to have permission to give it, dear.
He's been gone almost half an hour.
Well, maybe he fell in a mud puddle and drowned.
Never mind, there he is. Okay, tell us.
It's really starting to come down out there.
I didn't ask for a weather report. Did they find anything?
Nothing.
Well, how close did you get? I mean, were you near enough to hear what they said?
A word or two, but I'll tell you, if Jimmy Lee knows something, he's not telling the police.
Of course Jimmy Lee knows that. He knows everything. It's what he might have that worries me.
Well, the papers.
It is a possibility.
Yeah, well, it's unlikely. I mean, my guess is that they're still on Tolliver. Either that or he never brought them with him in the first place. Considering how valuable they are, I shouldn't think he'd want to be caught dead with them.
Oh, that's an interesting choice of words, Edward, considering what's happened.
Well, that's my biggest fear, that he's going to die before he can tell us where they are.
Wait a minute. He has no intention of telling us anything. Think, Edward. He killed to protect those... Killed to protect those papers.
Do you both realize what that means?
Yeah. None of us did it.
Good heavens. All the fears and mistrust, all for nothing.
We all told the truth.
It's unbelievable. Nobody would believe it.
Definitely going down the Quartermain memory book.
You mean to say that each of you actually suspected the other of doing this awful thing?
Sure we did. I mean, we all had motives. Actually, I think it's kind of a miracle that one of us didn't do it.
Well, that's terrible. I'm ashamed of all of you.
Oh, that is water under the bridge, Lila. The important thing is that we have to find those papers. Now, even though we're no longer considered guilty of murder, we still don't want this story to get out. That is, unless we want Cousin Herbert to get all the money.
Well, I'm out of suggestions. Tolliver's in Scorpio's custody, and we're not going to get anywhere near him.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, if I make an attempt, Rick is going to be there. He's going to have to report to Scorpio everything I say.
Well, my hands are tied, too, especially after that coat incident.
Well, that just leaves...
You must be joking.
Scorpio likes her.
Even trusts her.
Tolliver even married her. Maybe the old boy still has some feelings for Lila.
Edward, dear, I wish you wouldn't talk about me as though I'm not here.
Darling, it's beginning to look like you are our last hope.
Lila, all you have to do is just insist that you have a moment alone with him.
The two of you together for your final goodbye.
Oh, I love it.
I don't care whether you love her. It's whether Scorpio loves it.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Lila, darling, it looks like you're going to have to start putting on your sweet little old lady act again. And ask.
Listen, if he dropped some, we would have found it.
We started down near the river. We worked tree line for a while and then fanned out through the bushes.
Mm-hmm. We even saw the footprints where he went across the mud to get to me.
Still, we couldn't find anything.
Nothing between the bushes and the house.
We retraced our steps exactly.
Through the bushes, up across the lawn, into the patio, nothing.
Maybe if we knew what you were looking for, I don't know.
When I find it.
You must have known something about this.
Well, I knew something was going to happen, but I wasn't ready for anything this exciting.
It's quite a husband you have there.
Certainly full of surprises.
He handles himself well, too. I like a man who gets things done his own way. He not only has the situation under control, he's under control.
Oh, we are talking about Robert, aren't we?
I'm sorry, who?
You were talking about Robert? Why, yes, of course. But you must tell me more about Jimmy Lee. How does he fit into all this? You'll have to ask him yourself. I just might.
Where's that ambulance?
Stalled in deep water. They're sending another.
Great.
Is he going to be all right, Dr. Weber?
Lila, he's resting comfortably.
Robert, I know this is an unusual request, but could I have a word with him? It's been 40 years, you know, and I think a moment or two alone together, it would mean everything, and I think it would do us both some good.
Rick?
As long as she doesn't upset him.
Okay, love. 2 minutes. No more.
Thank you, Robert. Maggie, back to the living room, please.
Well, what in the hell are you doing here?
Oh, come on, Commissioner. You set somebody up. Certainly they're entitled to see the outcome.
May I speak to him?
Just a few words. Lila.
Crane, why? How could you do this to me?
You... that family of yours, you did worse to me, much worse.
Only in our own defense. All you wanted was my money.
Perhaps in the beginning, but it wouldn't. It didn't matter. Your father would never have let me stay married to you.
So why must you punish me and my children who's never done anything to you?
Too late.
The papers, Crane.
No. Too late.
It's not too late, Crane. You can still help me.
No.
Please, Crane, if you ever had any feeling for me, please tell me where those papers are.
General Hospital will continue in a moment.